What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a first Liverpool post-match analysis video in 3.5 months. I'm so happy that the Premier League is back and Liverpool are playing again, but this felt like a warm-up game. This didn't really feel like a proper high-intensity Premier League game. Both teams were very rusty. Let me know what did you think of the game, and Liverpool are made to wait a little bit longer for their first Premier League title. I think a draw overall was the fair result. Liverpool were slightly the better team, but Everton could have won it. Joe Gomez made an absolutely insane block to deflect I think Davis's shot onto the post. If you watch the replay, you can see that Joe Gomez's leg deflects the shot onto the post. Otherwise, it would have been 1-0 Everton and Liverpool could have lost for the first time in 19 games. And this is no surprise, this draw, because the last 3 Goodison Park matches ended up in a 0-0 draws, and also 7 of the last 8 Merseyside derbies at Goodison Park were also draws. And this is the first 0-0 draw in 39 Premier League games since actually the last Everton-Liverpool game in March 2019. And Liverpool are now on 83 points. Man City can cut the gap to just 20 points. Tomorrow, if they win, just 20. I'm saying that with, with quotation marks. I mean, just 20. This is incredible. I mean, Liverpool still are on a great run. And the players felt rusty, I think. Liverpool still retained the normal philosophy, but maybe the intensity and the creativity wasn't there. Naby Keita was my man of the match. He was absolutely immense, and it was a shame that Liverpool probably substituted him just to avoid getting more injuries, because actually Liverpool picked up 2 injuries in this game, and that's not really a big surprise considering that Liverpool and many other teams didn't have proper pre-seasons. Well, no team in the Premier League had a proper pre-season. James Milner picked up a hamstring injury just before halftime. Joe Gomez came on to play left back. I haven't seen Joe Gomez play left back a lot for Liverpool, but he was immense in that role. Of course, we missed Salah and Andy Robertson, who both missed this game because of slight knocks. It was more of a precaution from Jurgen Klopp, I think, not to risk them and aggravate the injury. We want them to be fully fit and then play them. But Liverpool obviously missed Robertson's creativity and pace on the left wing, and him bombing up and down as usual was missed. And also Salah, obviously one of Liverpool's best players, obviously we missed him. I thought Minamino was pretty good. He had a couple of good chances, Minamino. He failed to test the goalkeeper, but he looked lively, and it was a little bit harsh that Jurgen Klopp took him off, maybe as a precaution. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain came on in the second half. I felt the Naby Keita substitution was a little bit harsh, but maybe because of fitness issues, that's why Jurgen Klopp made the substitution. Naby Keita was absolutely brilliant, and I think that in these games, he could have been the key to unlock Everton's defense. We should have given the ball more often to Naby Keita, because the Everton players were pretty afraid, pretty terrified of them. But we just couldn't really penetrate the Everton defense too many times. In the end, you know, Liverpool had 3 shots on target. Everton also had 3 shots on target. Liverpool had a lot of possession. We controlled the game. We had 10 shots in total, 70% possession. But Everton had a spell of 5 minutes in the second half where they could have won the game. The first half, Liverpool were the better team. Second half, also Liverpool dominated possession without creating as many chances and threatening. I think Sadio Mane was also pretty awesome, pretty lively. Roberto Firmino probably missed the biggest chance for Liverpool, where he drags his shot wide from the edge of the box when he could have slipped in Naby Keita, but I understand why he shot. Firmino has 8 goals away from home. He is the top scorer away from home for Liverpool, and considering that he has 0 goals at Anfield, it's pretty weird that Firmino scored 8 goals away from home and 0 at Anfield. And he dragged his shot wide. I felt that Firmino was also pretty rusty, and the whole Liverpool team and the Everton team as well felt like they lacked the match sharpness. Obviously, Henderson and Fabinho obviously were immense in midfield. I really enjoyed watching them play. It's a shame that Matip got injured because Lovren came on, and he plays on emotion, Lovren, and as a centre back you should be very cool, ice cold like Van Dijk is. Lovren sometimes drags himself out of position, and he sometimes rushes into challenges and tackles and makes rash decisions because of being a little bit of an emotional player. And I think that Lovren should be sold. I don't think he's good enough to play for Liverpool, but in this current financial climate it will be very difficult for Liverpool to get any decent amount of money for him, and also to bring in a player who is younger than Lovren and who is as good as Lovren would cost Liverpool 20-30 million pounds, and I don't think Liverpool want to spend that amount of money. So overall we have to say that this was a pretty dull, crap, boring affair, and that's what Everton wanted. Everton didn't want Liverpool to get any rhythm, any momentum, and I think rhythm is so vital for these Jurgen Klopp sides that he puts out, and that's what Liverpool lacked. We had no rhythm because we didn't play for like 100 days, no Liverpool games. How on earth did we survive 100 days without any Liverpool matches to watch? I can't believe I actually got through that. I watched some Liverpool games that I recorded previously just to get my fix of watching Liverpool. And in the end, you know, probably a draw is a fair result, and Liverpool won't be able to win the title against Crystal Palace at Anfield next Wednesday, because I think Manchester City will beat Burnley tomorrow, and then Liverpool, it will go down to the Man City-Liverpool game. If Man City fail to beat Liverpool there, then Liverpool will be champions. But also, if Man City win there, then the title is delayed just one more week, and I think that Liverpool want to wrap this up as soon as possible, but it feels like it's inevitable that Liverpool will win the title. I just want to get it done sooner rather than later, and it's great that Liverpool kept a clean sheet, but I think that Everton were a little bit unlucky not to win this game actually, because they had the better chances in the last 15 minutes, I have to be honest. When Davies hit the post, my pulse and my heart rate was through the roof, because I just had this nightmare that Everton finally could beat Liverpool in this game, because there is no atmosphere, and Liverpool players and Jurgen Klopp thrives off the atmosphere of the Goodison Park derbies, and also the Anfield crowd, and even the away fans. So without that emotion, this Liverpool team felt like a little bit too sterile, and if you get what I mean, this Liverpool team lacked the sharpness and also lacked the passion of the crowd to get them going properly. We played well, we passed the ball around well, but we lacked the creativity, and we lacked the match sharpness to really get behind the Everton defense. The Everton defense is pretty decent. Seamus Coleman, for example, I thought he was the man of the match for Everton. He was absolutely amazing. The way he coped with Sadio Mane and his pace and his dribbling ability was actually pretty impressive. And I think that Liverpool with more rhythm could have beaten this Everton side, because for large periods Liverpool were on top. We just couldn't really get the ball into the back of the net. That's the hardest part in football, and I felt that Liverpool probably should have given the ball more to Naby Keita, because he is a player who can go past people and unlock defenses. And also we missed Salah and Robertson. I think that goes without saying, that it's pretty obvious that Liverpool are half the side without Salah and Robertson. And this game also showed, with Milner getting injured, Robertson already is injured, we need to sign a left back. I mean, Joe Gomez is not a left back. He has no left foot. He didn't cross the ball once with his left foot in this game, and that's what a left back should do. And I think Liverpool absolutely have to sign a backup left back. We just have nobody to play there when Andy Robertson is not fit, and that's not good. We don't even have a proper reserve left back who is remotely good enough to play for Liverpool. Larouci is a young left back, but he lacks the defensive ability to be good enough to play in the Premier League actually. He's like an Alberto Moreno type of defender who is probably better going forward because of his pace than defending. So I think that Liverpool really needs to sign somebody, a left back, in the transfer market. Otherwise, next season, if Robertson gets injured for 2 or 3 months, Liverpool's whole left side will be a lot worse than usual. Also, Chelsea today won against Aston Villa. That's a very, very big result for them. They are now 5 points clear of Manchester United and Wolves. Wolves won yesterday. And I think that Chelsea probably will finish in the top 4, even though they have some tough games coming up. And I think that overall this was probably not the game that Liverpool needed to restart their Premier League campaign, because as I said, the Everton-Liverpool games are always very cagey. Everton always make it so difficult for Liverpool to play. But overall, I think Liverpool, of course we could have done better, but for a first game I will take it. 1 point is better than nothing. We could have easily lost this game, and let's just move on to Crystal Palace. I'm sure that we will have a lot more intensity, a lot more match sharpness, and probably, hopefully, goals scored against Crystal Palace at Anfield on Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to that. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later. Goodbye.